Welcome everyone to another episode of theBriceSide. We are here today at Men-an-Tol. Well, we're en route to Men-an-Tol. Men-an-Tol is that way, up this path, that way. We've returned here basically because when we were last here, we were unable to complete the circular tour for you guys. So there's a little route that we like to go, which will take us past Ding Dong Mine, or the Greenburrow engine house, which is a part of Ding Dong. And the Nine Maidens. Yeah, the Nine Maidens. There's another group of standing stones that we want to document and show you guys. So, let's go check them out. On we trudge, on, ever onward. Bit of a walk, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the point.
I know, do you know what? I could really eat a pasty. Do we have a pasty?
I think we do.
Brilliant! So this is an area that we have documented before. Like I said in the intro, we have popped up to Men-an-Tol in the past, a couple of months back. But like I said, we wanted to revisit to show you guys the complete circle, like the circular walk that Shelley and I enjoy. And this place is littered with public footpaths, ancient remains. So it's a really interesting place to come up and ramble. And the day is so nice today. Look at that lovely blue sky. There's hardly any wind. What a beautiful winter's day. So a shot of the dry stone walls that divide up this area. The remnant of an old building there. Its roof is all partially collapsed at the far end. I don't think much is stored in there anymore. And there's some more ruined buildings up there, old farmhouses, etc. And just on the horizon, over there, is the Greenburrow engine house, which is all a part of Ding Dong Mine. Once again, we have opted to wear boots because although it hasn't rained for a couple of days, it has been quite a wet period. So Shelley has found the path that leads off of this main track, and heading over the stile will take you to Men-an-Tol. And in a minute, when we complete the circular route, we're going to be coming back down this way. Men-an-Tol. So here we have it. We have arrived at Men-an-Tol. It's not a very long walk from the car, from like the pull-off, maybe 10 minutes. It's not too bad, but here is this Neolithic structure in all its glory. Look at that. Now, if you walk past it, I believe over here there's a little box with some complimentary information, which is very cool. Actually, it's a bit damp. It's a bit of a shame. Then we've got some laminated information, but it's a bit wet. I think it's... Oh, was it like a school project, was it? Ah, gotcha. But yeah, we have read that through before. We'll link the video where we came up here before. We'll link it in the description. So if you guys want to check that one out. But that little box just sits in that little gorse bush. It's kind of bright. I will be requiring the shades. Right, so we are leaving Men-an-Tol that way, and we're going to head up now towards Ding Dong Mine to the Greenburrow engine house and show you guys up there. That's the mine over in the distance. Wow, the engine house. Yep, glad we wore the boots. Right, this is interesting. The whole path here is... Whoa, as I nearly fell.
Oh, that would have been funny to catch on camera.
Well, I know, I would have been a bit uncomfortable and plastered though.
I know, but it still would have been funny.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, can you imagine Tilly in this?
That's a bit deeper than I thought. Yes, I could imagine Tilly in this. It's Mummy, what do I do? My goodness!
By Jove!
Yeah, by Jove!
Oh, this path is a bit.
Oh, did you pick a better path? Oh, I'm kind of through now. Oh man! We've got to traverse a lake. My goodness! Are you okay? Did you?
It's okay.
Did you? Ah! Oh man! Oh! Oh no! We're like.
Did it go in your boot?
No, it's not in my boot, but. Oh! Oh dear! Right, we're almost at the little stream.
The stream. We've just
I know.
got a lake to get to it, Ryan.
I tell you what, though, I'm glad we're not coming back this way. Circular route for a reason. Right, let's do this. So that heap of rocks is where we're gonna go to. So when we leave the mine, we'll head to the standing stone, and then in that direction generally is that cairn, which we're gonna climb. We have arrived at the Greenburrow engine house, which is all part of Ding Dong Mine. It's a pretty impressive structure. Look at that. Do not look down. Well, you can look down. I mean, you're perfectly safe. You're on a metal grid. It's funny, I know it's really safe because of this metal grid, but oh, it gives you a bit of the EBGB standing on it, knowing how deep that shaft goes down. Oh, I have to get off. Ugh. Okay, I'm off. Oh look, there's Shellbell.
Hello.
I will join you, my dove.
Okay.
All right. So just reading off of the internet, the Greenburrow engine house is the best preserved of the three that still remain. It was built in 1865 for a 40-inch pumping engine. That's impressive. The mine closed in 1880, so actually it didn't have that long a working life. What's that, 15 years? 1865 to, yeah, 15 years, isn't it?
Yes.
That's not... See, actually, you think this phenomenal structure was built. Obviously, it did its job for 15 years, like pumping out water from the mine. But to think that it was only active for 15 years.
Or was that pump only active for 15 years? Did they use it for longer?
No, I think Ding Dong did close in the... I think I've read before that Ding Dong did close in the 1880s. I actually thought this was actually a slightly older structure. I didn't think it was as built as late as 1865, but that's what the information says online. There's always a slob. There's always someone who just trash a place, but just leave all their litter and rubbish around. That really annoys me. That's a view looking down. Can you imagine, Shelley, the noise? You know, like the steam engine, the noise of it all in here, back in the day.
Not really, it's hard to imagine.
Ah. Now it just sits idle, and quietly. I wouldn't have wanted to have been a tin miner, that's for sure, but actually this is a pretty nice place to work if you had to do that job.
Yeah, you say that now when the sun's shining.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Trudging out here.
When it's like
in the sleet.
Snow, sleet, gales. Yeah, maybe, no, I wouldn't want to have worked here in any shape or form. Yeah. Right. So we are going to now make our way to the Boschednan stone circle. I had to remember what it was called because we know it as the Nine Maidens, or the Nine Stones of Boschednan is an alternative name. Just another view of that magnificent engine house, looking back on it. Awesome. So way off in the distance, that's going to be another mine. You know, another engine house belonging to Ding Dong Mine. And if we carry on, yeah, you can just about see it. You can just about see St Michael's Mount right there, off in the distance. So we're on good high ground, looking over Mounts Bay. Right, so from this main dirt track, we now head up that way. So there's the engine house just off in the distance, and we're now walking up here towards the Nine Maidens. They really knew where to build these Neolithic sites, didn't they? In the middle of nowhere. I do see the stone circle up ahead, 200 or 300 yards ahead of us. What a fascinating structure. Now I count more than 9 standing stones, so let's see what the internet says. The stone circle once probably consisted of 22 granite blocks, from which 10 still survive. 6 stones stand upright, 1 sits half a metre out of the ground, the others remain lying in the soil. Huh. Stones are all about 1 metre high. So what's that? 3 feet roughly. Although that looks bigger than 3 feet, that one. But anyway, so we've arrived. We have arrived at the Boschednan Stone Circle, otherwise known as the Nine Maidens. Awesome. And I believe, just like at Men-an-Tol, there is an information box here that's just left so that people can read. So let's have a little look.
So in the box there's this information, the Nine Maidens of Boschednan. And it just says, as with many of the landmarks in West Cornwall, there are lots of stories and legends regarding the origins of the Nine Maidens standing stones. History tells us that the stone circle at Boschednan, which originally dates back to the Bronze Age, consists of 9 stones still standing and 2 fallen stones. Whilst the site is known as the Nine Maidens or the 9 stones of Boschednan, it is likely that there were originally 22 or 23 stones evenly spaced around the 69-metre perimeter. You can make up your own mind about how the stones came to be standing here. However, the children at Trithel School have come up with some alternative theories, so keep an open mind and read on. And then they've got all their different stories.
Yeah, it's quite nice. Like I say, one at Men-an-Tol, obviously one here. I don't know if there's any more around. This one's picture, yeah.
Yeah. Well done, Trithel School.
Yeah.
We like it.
So I do believe in the 1870s this site was excavated by William Borlase. That man again, we've heard, we've heard his name many times as we've been covering these vlogs, you know, covering these ancient sites. But he was certainly prolific in getting around, which was really good because obviously he did a lot of early study back in the Victorian period. Beautiful. So peaceful up here, and I suppose it helps in the fact that it's not a windy day today. It's a little bit of a breeze, but nothing outrageous. These ancient sites blow my mind. I say that every time we come to them, but they really do blow my mind. I mean, the Bronze Age, that's amazing. 3,000, what's the Bronze Age? 3,000 years ago? 2,000, something like that. 3,000? Amazing. Hey, Shellbell.
Yes.
Do you know what's in that bag?
My pasty.
Yeah, let's eat a pasty, because I'm quite hungry now. What a place to eat a pasty. I suppose any place is a good place to eat a pasty, but is it nice? Yeah. Ah. Refreshing. Just one little last sweep of this magnificent structure of stones. Online it said 22-metre diameter, which is 72 feet. Look at this. That one's toppled over. These ones over here would have to be probably the most magnificent. That's quite impressive. Quite often at these sites you see like floral offerings left by the stones, but there's nothing up here today. Alright, moving on. Right, so we've consumed our pasty and we are now heading...
Swimming.
We're yeah, I was going to say, this is... Look at it.
Swimming back towards the main road again.
Yeah, so we're now heading up to that big stone bluff up there, that like cairn. And do you know what? I've been told the name of that so many times, I cannot remember the name. I'll try and find it in a minute. But we're going to head in that general direction. There is another standing stone down this trail somewhere, which we will try and find. And then there's a second big standing stone close to the road. Well, no, it's not close to the road. It's just, it's in a farm. Are you alright?
Fine.
Okay,
Nothing to see here.
moving on. And there's the Greenburrow engine house up there, just for a bit of wave finding. Right, I've just come off the main trail because I believe this is the Four Parishes stone. Now, I actually don't know much about this, only other than it divides 4 parishes in the area. Yeah, Shelley's just reading some information about it a minute, because like I said, I actually don't know much about this one, only, like I just said, that it divides 4 parishes, and Shelley's just read that it is a triangular stone, which...
Has it got some form of writing in it?
Writing? Writing. Not that I can see, but...
This stone is meant to...
We're a little bit confused now because, as Shelley said, it's a roughly rectangular stone, and of course that's more triangular. But we're in the right area. I know this is...
Google Maps tells us that.
Yeah, Google Maps has informed us that we are in the right spot. But there are lots of stones here, that's for sure.
So according to megalithic.co.uk, the stone is meant to separate the 4 parishes of Senner, Morver, Madron and Cornwall, and is mentioned in a 1613 account of the bounds of Senner parish.
Okay, so yeah, so that gate stone is not rectangular.
But it's one of them.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly where the rectangular stone is. But
This one's rectangular.
so that's kind of like the right shape, but we can't really see any carvings on it as it suggests online.
It's hard to tell. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's so grown over, isn't it? I mean, this is obviously rectangular, but...
And it also says it assumes that it was standing at some point because the way the carvings are, half of them are buried.
Ah, so it's a flat lying stone then?
Yeah.
Okay. It's probably...
It could be that.
It could be that, yeah. I mean, it's so
Very
it's overgrown, isn't it? It's very gorsy and whatnot. I mean, there's another one here, but again, grown over. Okay, I wouldn't call that an epic fail. I mean, we've definitely found...
We found the circular
Yeah,
stones.
we've found it, but we just can't quite see where the actual...
I can't tell you specifically which
No.
stone it is.
Anyway, moving on. If you twist your ankle out here, you're in trouble. That's where we're headed. Right, so to get up to that mound, we have to turn right here at this fork. Whereas to get back to the car is that way. So from the standing stones up there, we're going to be heading in this direction, but we'll come back this way, obviously, to go down there. These massive boulders, just granite boulders. Look at the size of them. Just amazing. Ooh, this is what I call an adventurous ramble. Whew. Okay, we made it. I feel that I want to now plant like a flag up here to say we did it. But we did it, and what a view, what a beautiful view. I can see the sea, And I can see the sea that way. So this is the view northwest. That's the Celtic Sea out there. To our left is Morva. To our right, you've got Gernard's Head. And beyond that, you've got Zenner. What a fantastic view. Wow. Difficult to see on this camera because of it hasn't got a great zoom on it, but you can see some engine houses down there. I've just looked that up. Apparently that's Carngelver tin mine or engine house. So sweeping the camera around southeast, way up there is the Greenburrow engine house belonging to Ding Dong. Now I can see St Michael's Mount, but I'm not sure you can just about see St Michael's Mount there. Wow. So again, that's looking southeast towards Mounts Bay. And then back around. Again, Zenner is that direction. Gernard's Head, Shellbell, and Morva. And that's looking straight down from where I'm standing. And again, the other view, looking straight down there. So we walked up there. I wouldn't say it was the easiest of trails to traverse. You'd have.
I wouldn't have brought the kids.
No, I wouldn't bring young children. No, you'd have to be of. I'm not the fittest in the world, but you would have to be of a reasonable level of fitness to get up here, definitely. But the path itself is clearly marked, isn't it? Well, not marked, but you can see the path, so it's not difficult to get up here. Again, you just need to, you couldn't be like some sort of like wreck trying to clamber up here. You wouldn't make it. Beautiful. Yeah, more the Gernard's Head, because that's the big yellow building. That's the Gernard's Head Inn or whatever, isn't it? And Zenner is more that way. Now we've got to get down. Well, just taking your time. Like I said, you'd have to be of a reasonable fitness to get up here for sure.
Yes, it's not access for everyone.
No, couldn't get like a wheelchair up here, could you?
Oh, you'd have to carry it, it'd be very heavy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even bring like AJ in the backpack.
No.
Oh, he's probably a bit big for a backpack now anyway, but I wouldn't have brought him in the backpack because if he did fall.
Yeah. Okay, we made it down and we're heading back to the main trail. So we're back at that fork in the trail now. This way now, which is the way we're going to be heading, is back toward the car, and obviously that way up to that big rocky cairn that we were just at. That looks very deep. I won't be going in there. Just on our way, another remnant of a building, maybe a dwelling in its day, or a farmhouse, farm building rather, who knows. Just sitting there. Nice. Okay, moving on. Up there somewhere, there's a holy well, but it's a little bit off the beaten track. We're not going to go up to that one today. Right, so we've joined back up with the main sort of dirt track now,
that we walked up initially.
That's right, which we walked up initially to Men-an-Tol. So obviously walking back in this direction, Men-an-Tol will be, or the trail to Men-an-Tol will be on our left. So along this path, there's another standing stone called Scriffer. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And there it is. I can see it. Let's see if we can get some access into the field. Gosh, this is this is wet. There is Scriffer. Like I said, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Again, it's another ancient standing stone, but this one, interestingly, has got lots of medieval carvings on it, so it's obviously been attacked in more recent centuries with some engravings that we'll try and get into it. So here's another one of those information boxes done by the Trifle School. Is it Trifle?
Trifle?
Trifle? Trifle? Trifle? Don't know. About Scriffer. And it's just over this stile in that direction. So here it is, Scriffer, standing stone. Very cool. So, very hard to make out, but that looks like where it's been engraved with some later carvings. Again, I believe medieval carvings. We'll read that information box in a minute. But there it is, Scriffer. S-C-R-Y-F-A. Very cool. So while I was looking at the standing stone, you were reading some of the information.
Yes. So Scriffer is believed to have been erected in the Bronze Age, and then the carving was done in the Iron Age. And I'm not going to...
Oh, okay, so not medieval as I thought.
No, I think Iron Age. So it's a monument to like a tribal leader, a local tribal leader called Royal Raven.
Right.
And he had a battle there with a rival leader who had interloped onto their land. He lost, but...
Who? This Raven
the
guy?
Royal Raven.
Royal Raven, lost,
but because he fought so valiantly, his people erected the stone.
Oh, that's
now,
interesting.
At some point it fell down when someone dug underneath it because they thought there might be treasure there, but there wasn't, so they stood it back up again.
Well, at least they did that, I suppose. Fair enough. Yeah, that's right. So I misspoke earlier when I said it was like medieval carvings into that. So you say, so erected in the Bronze Age, but was then...
Carved in the Iron Age.
Carved in the Iron Age, right. Oh, okay, awesome.
To the Royal Raven.
To the Royal Raven. Well, we're going to leave the video there. It's been a bit of a stank, isn't it?
Yeah, we've probably done about 5 miles today.
Yeah, we've covered a few miles, that's for sure. We're just passing the entrance into Men-an-Tol on our left, so that does kind of complete the circle. And it was the circle that we couldn't do last time because we were short of time. We had to pick the kids up from school and all, didn't we? So
that's where we're going now.
And that's where we're heading now, yeah. We got time to pick them up though. So if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. Do subscribe to theBriceSide, it really does help the channel grow. hit the notification bell and you won't miss out on any video that we post. Just watching my footing here because it is quite treacherous. We are on social media. We're on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook at theBriceSide, so do check us out there. I think that's it, isn't it? So from us to you, cheers and gone.